the door.
No.
Yes.
No.
We will break this door down.
Come downstairs.
Come downstairs now.
We didn't do anything wrong.
On October 9th, 2024, Lee County Sheriff's deputies in Fort Myers, Florida, forced entry into a residence following repeated 911 calls reporting domestic violence and bleeding. This case presents a textbook application of the Fourth Amendment's exigent circumstances exception to the warrant requirement.
Open the door now. Come to the door. I'm putting it in. I will break this door. Come here. Come here now. Do it now.
No, he's refusing to open the door.
I will break this door. Open the door.
No.
Open the door.
No. There's nothing wrong.
Open the door. I will take this door off the hinges. Open the door.
Open the door.
26.
Open the door.
No.
Yes.
No.
We will break this door down. Come outside now. Come outside now.
No. There's nothing wrong.
Open the door.
No.
Open the door. I'm taking it off.
Let's switch it.
This is my final.
Let's
Okay,
switch it.
I'm
Switch it. Switch
telling
it.
you no. I live here and no.
Okay, open the door.
Give me a second. Let me get it. Ma'am, listen to me. Listen to me. 1 second. 1 second. Let me tell you what happened. We got a domestic disturbance call where somebody was bleeding. We want to make sure all parties are okay, and your sister called. Your sister called. No, we're not. We're not at the wrong house. Then why don't you guys let us open? We're police. Listen, we've been banging on the door for about 15 minutes.
Don't open by the door. A new blonde female is by the door.
Yeah, they're at the front door.
Yeah, the original female's back upstairs.
As of right now, we have visual on 1 adult male and 2 adult female subjects. Yeah, they're doing it around. They're yelling too much. 10-4. They haven't opened the door yet. Hey, sorry, do you want to take a look at this real quick? It's not. I'm not telling you it's a bloodbath, but right there where the light's shining. See where the light's shining?
Where?
See where? Right where your light's
yeah.
shining. The girl, the young one, went back upstairs. She's the one that I guess called us. She came down and was sitting right here behind this ledge.
Okay.
Then he comes down.
Everything out here, out there, front porch, right here, right
That's over recording too.
What did the call notes say?
The male was supposed to be bleeding on the head. The female said she was hiding in the bathrooms. Heard a verbal 22 occurring in the kitchen. He was supposed to be bleeding from the head. I don't see any blood from him. Said she was hiding in the closet upstairs. Told me to go check to see if there's anything else.
If anything, you would have dispatcher read it out to us. We don't need to. We're going to maintain our position.
Okay, want me to have him read it out?
No. He just said that they had an argument. Stay there. Keep watching.
I have no idea. Watch out for these dogs.
Yep.
Someone have a taser or a pepper spray out for these dogs.
I got the taser. You can open the door.
We're going to break it.
Who's got a video? I too should have visual on back.
I just got video.
We're going to break it. We're going to
Open
break
the
the door.
You got the visual?
Yes, we are going to break the door.
On 2.
Hands.
Are
Who's
you
got
gonna
hands?
open the door?
Who's got hands, guys?
I got it.
Back away from the door.
Back upstairs. Upstairs.
Why does
Sorry, let me pick it up.
Third in the stack, but as soon as it's open, fall in behind me.
Yep.
Watch your hands, Sarge. Okay, all right, here we go.
In Michigan versus Fisher, the Supreme Court held that officers may enter without a warrant, when they have an objectively reasonable belief that someone inside needs emergency aid. The standard is not certainty, but objective reasonableness from the perspective of an officer on scene. Here, deputies had multiple articulable facts: credible 911 calls from a juvenile reporting violence, visible blood on interior walls, and a visible injury on one subject. The refusal to permit a welfare check during an active emergency does not negate exigent circumstances, it reinforces them. Under Florida Statute 741.29, officers responding to domestic violence have a mandatory duty to protect victims and prevent further violence. Critically, Florida law prohibits basing arrest decisions on victim consent or cooperation. This addresses the reality that domestic violence victims frequently recant due to fear or trauma bonding. The dual arrest policy applied here remains controversial, but reflects Florida's priority. When primary aggressor cannot be determined, both parties are arrested. The statute requires evaluation of injury severity, history, likelihood of future harm, self-defense claims, and statements from all parties. With complete non-cooperation and contradictory physical evidence, dual arrest becomes the default. 911 recordings remain admissible under the excited utterance hearsay exception, even when the caller later refuses to provide a formal statement. Statements made during ongoing emergencies are considered reliable because the speaker lacks time to fabricate. The deputy's 15-minute negotiation period demonstrates reasonable restraint before employing force. Under Graham v. Connor, use of force is evaluated by objective reasonableness, not with 20/20 hindsight. A door breach represents minimal force appropriate when verbal commands fail.
Watch your hands, Sarge. Okay, all right, here we go.
Go.
Stand by. We got a whole way to my right.
Yep.
I'm going wide. I'm going wide. I'm going wide.
Here. Let's lethal.
We're here.
Come down now!
Hands up!
I'm down. I'm good. I'm down. I'm not gonna do shit.
Come
Come
downstairs.
downstairs now!
I have no weapons. Nothing.
Hands up! Hands up! Keep them up! Keep them up!
Come downstairs.
Come downstairs! I got it. Come downstairs. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Keep them coming. 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 Female, stay there. Female, stay there.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
All right, who's got hands for the female?
I got it.
Keep coming, female. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
We
Keep
haven't
coming.
done anything.
Stop right there.
I haven't done anything wrong. Literally, what am I paying for? What am I
Anyone else upstairs?
My little sister.
We don't shoot upstairs. Anyone else?
Sit right there.
No, my dog. My dog has cancer. Don't.
Sit down.
My dogs are in my bedroom. Please.
No, my dogs aren't friendly like that. My dogs aren't friendly like that.
You stay there. We tried to tell you guys to open the door. I don't know why you did it. This is gonna get resolved.
There's nothing
There's
wrong.
something going on. That girl looks terrified.
My
She looks
dog.
terrified.
No.
All you have to do is open the door.
I told her to go outside and talk.
I don't want to hear it,
She didn't
man.
want to.
We tried to get you guys to talk. You sat there and recorded. All we need to do was just open the door. That's it.
Open the door. You guys broke the glass. There's nothing wrong.
We're sleeping. Please, man. Please.
Listen, man. We're beyond
That's
that.
my dogs, man.
We are beyond that.
Beyond what you're ending. Kayla.
We didn't do anything wrong.
We haven't done nothing wrong. You guys are. Oh, that's crazy.
There's nothing going on.
So why did we get 5 911 calls from that girl upstairs?
Fine. Cass.
There's nothing going on. We were arguing. That was
Dude, you sit
it.
right here. You sit right here. Open that door. Make sure you can close it and lock it. How's that look to us standing outside? You could have opened the door. We could have had a civil conversation.
Yes, but every
We
time
could have had a civil conversation.
I cleared the other.
No, it was nothing to be aggressive. We would have a civil point next to you right there.
I worked 80 hours this week.
That has nothing.
Sit down.
That has nothing to do with personal contact.
Sit down.
I'm in handcuffs. We're both in handcuffs.
All right, do this. Take her to the car.
No,
Put her in
I'm
the car.
talking to my mom. I'm not walking through that glass with bare feet. No, I'm not walking through the glass with bare feet. I have no shoes on. Give me some shoes. I didn't do anything wrong.
You're up.
No, I'm not.
It's fucking glass, bro. Come on, dude.
What is going on?
You're being detained.
For what? What is going on?
325, we're secure for leak control.
You're so aggressive. I'm not aggressive at all, man.
You're aggressive.
No, I'm just making sure I'll take care of
When I do nothing wrong, I don't know why you're so aggressive.
We refuse to open the door because there's nothing wrong.
Get in the
My
car.
dog
Get
has
in the car
cancer.
now.
That's the
That
reason
doesn't matter.
why.
Anything going on right now?
Just sit in the car.
Yes, that's why there's blood on the wall because my dog has
Right, listen
freaking
to me.
cancer.
Inside the car right now.
I'm not getting in the car. I didn't
Okay.
do anything wrong. I was sleeping.
Get in the car. I'm going to put you in the car.
Dan, we're gonna put you in.
I don't even have shoes on.
All right, what was your first name?
Kayla.
Kayla, I'm Deputy Mono with the Sheriff's Office. I want to have a conversation with you about what happened here tonight. Before I do that, I'm going to read you your rights, okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have him with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights if I explain them to you?
Yes.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No.
Okay. Just sit tight. Okay. Well, I'm Deputy Mono with the Sheriff's Office. All right, we got quite a few 911 calls here tonight saying that there was somebody bleeding. Okay. So we come here, all right. We're not trying to knock on the door. Don't want to come to the door. We look inside, we can see blood on the wall. All right.
You seen blood on the wall?
Yes, ma'am. The young man has a pretty good sized gash on the back of his head. All right. One of the young ladies came downstairs. She's crying. Something's going on in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the type of 911 calls we're getting over and over again. All right. Due to the circumstances, we need to make sure everybody's okay. So we got our way into the house. They were agitated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
So
on the phone with them.
right now, nobody's under arrest. Right now, they're just being detained.
Okay.
Okay. EMS came and checked him out. He declined to be any treatment.
Okay.
All right. That's all we have right now.
Okay.
All right. The front door window was broken.
Yeah. I was on the phone with this whole
Are you
transaction.
Lori?
Yeah.
I was literally just about to call you.
Yeah, I was on the
Okay.
phone while this whole thing was happening when they broke the door when he
Okay.
with all
Did
the
he describe that? I guess Tyler was like full of blood.
No, he didn't tell me
No,
that.
So-
He told me, yeah.
Cass
Sorry.
told me that his face was full of blood, and that's why she called. And I don't know if he told you, when we get calls like that, we can't just leave.
Understood.
Right? We got to make sure that everybody's okay. And the way that Cass came downstairs, it not only concerned me, but it concerned everybody.
Understood.
So we just got to make sure that she's okay. And she went right upstairs. So we don't know if something happened to her or
So she just moved here.
like 2 weeks ago.
She's got abusive parents, alcoholic parents,
Right.
all
Okay.
of that.
So like I said, we're still gathering.
She moved here.
We
to-
have a couple.
Get away from that.
So she's very nervous, and
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing happened.
Nonetheless, something happened because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got a good
I understand.
good slash on
yeah,
his
I'm
the
not
back of his
disagreeing
neck.
with you, but that, you know,
So again,
We're
right now
friends.
nobody is under arrest, but we have to determine what happened.
understood.
Okay.
Yep, gotcha.
So,
if we get defused it anyway, take one of them with us. We'll do
Okay.
that.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll get
We'll
to all that. We still got a few more I's to dot and T's to cross.
Yeah, no issue.
But we'll
Appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you guys being so calm, cool, and collected with us.
Yeah, we wanted to
just
come
wanted
get the
get
dogs and
get
stuff.
The dogs.
Right.
Absolutely.
With the glass
absolutely.
being broken and everything. So
Yeah, absolutely.
right now it's covered up as best that we can get it for now.
Mhm.
For now, please stay out of the house.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll
Yeah,
keep you up
just
to
let us
date.
know that
Okay?
we were gonna take the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are in I believe this front bedroom.
Okay, yeah.
So they're not free roaming or nothing.
okay.
I'm assuming you're Lori?
Yeah.
Okay, you might get a phone call, it's gonna be one of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, are you Lord?
Did they explain to you guys what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they explain to you why we busted the door? When they,
Yes. Yeah. No,
do you have any questions for us?
No.
Just real quick, there's exceptions to entering a residence without a warrant.
Mhm.
If anyone's in imminent danger that we believe needs help,
you have all the right to go in. With the way the call came in, with the other sister hiding, saying they're fighting, one's bleeding, us getting here from the back door, seeing blood in there on the walls, him with an injury, them refusing to open the door, we're not going to walk away from that. We got to make sure someone's kill somebody or something's hurt. So that's what we have right now. We're just taking photographs of the inside of the residence because there's blood downstairs, there's blood upstairs, there's blood in the bathroom. So we're documenting that.
Okay.
At this point, neither one of them have wanted to really talk. We're going to give them another opportunity to see if they want to tell us what happens. If neither one of them want to talk, they're both going to jail. Because in the state of Florida with domestic violence, if us can't determine who the primary aggressor is, then they both go. So that's just the way it is. So we're going to talk to them, but from up to this point, neither one of them will tell us anything that happened. So
Going to the third party.
yeah, or the sister, she won't give us a statement, even though she's the one that we have everything she said on recording. But she still don't want to. I understand it's her sister. She don't want to see her get in trouble, I guess, but we have to make sure when we leave here that no one's going to get hurt.
Yeah. We can take somebody home with us too. We live in Cape Coral, so if whatever to diffuse the situation or whatever.
So that's where we're at, So we're just going to be a few more minutes and we'll
All right. Thank you.
And depending on the outcome,
Let me interrupt before we even get to that part. I don't know how long they've been together, this and that.
10 years.
Like my captain just said, is if you want to speak to him real quick, I'll give you about 3 seconds to talk to him and be like, hey, just be honest and tell him, because we are going to probably go on the field of Bolton if no one's going to talk. And that's just how it is with them.
The Lee County Sheriff's deputies receive a grade of B+. Their constitutional analysis was sound, and their tactical execution was professional. Minor deductions apply for positioning concerns during negotiations, though no actual safety incident resulted. The female resident receives a D-. Her refusal to permit emergency welfare checks violated Florida law. Under Florida Statute 843.02, obstructing law enforcement and lawful duties is criminal, and her actions guaranteed both property damage and criminal charges. The male subject receives a D. His refusal to explain obvious injuries activated the dual arrest policy. Whether victim or aggressor, his silence was legally foolish, preventing any exculpatory explanation. The 17-year-old sister receives a C+ for courageously calling 911 but refusing to formalize her statement. Her initial actions potentially saved lives, but her subsequent non-cooperation reduced investigative effectiveness. Key lessons. First, exigent circumstances override Fourth Amendment protections when objective facts support reasonable belief of emergency. Second, refusing welfare checks during active 911 calls is criminal obstruction, not lawful assertion of rights. Third, domestic violence victims' refusal to cooperate does not prevent arrest when physical evidence establishes probable cause. Fourth, silence is a constitutional right, but exercising it in the face of overwhelming evidence guarantees arrest when cooperation might clarify the situation. Finally, Florida's dual arrest policy, while controversial, reflects legislative judgment that victim safety outweighs prosecutorial convenience when facts remain unclear. Both subjects were charged with domestic battery and resisting arrest, facing up to 2 years incarceration and $2,000 in fines. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.